First of all, before the opening, I'd like to sing you guys a song, and just the way, because it deals with a lot of our cultural stuff, and it's a way of life, and so here we go. That was a deer song, and when a hunter, in the old days when they were bow hunting, they had to train to hunt, to think of the deer, to be in contact with the deer. And each beat is a different movement of the deer when it's walking, when it's running, when it's jumping. So that's one of our songs. So a lot of our songs are tied to the land, the earth, and everything that sustains us. And I'll talk about my family clan system is a grizzly bear from my dad's side, and from my mom's side we're the wolf clan, and that's from Skookumchuck. So I come from the two different nations there, and that's within the whole, we have 11 tribes within our whole Sheffield territory, and we're just, the Lil'wat, we're just in this area here, and my grandfather is a medicine man, Cookman, and he passed a lot of information down to me, and my dad, he's one that helped me translate some of the rock paintings, or that's because I was totally interested in our culture, and I wanted to know a lot, and a lot of ceremonies and stuff had to happen. Like when I was 5, 6 years old, I had to go through ceremonies and stuff with my grandfather. So a lot of this is just natural to me to do what I do today, and I just flipped the coin over, and back in 1990 there was nobody doing archaeology for the Lil'wat Nation, so I stepped forward and took it, and I've been doing it since like the last 20 years. So I do a lot of field work for the tribe, and every referral that comes into their office nowadays, it goes through the process, and I have to do the field work, and it's a lot of work. And we started at scratch. Like I had maps in archaeology. Like I had maps, and we called it Johnny Doc maps. And now we've moved things forward. Now we have our own mapping system in our office that we use and work with. And And you can tell, we have here like a place name list, and that gives you all the information on that map there. But in the old days, when Randy Bouchard and Dorothy Kennedy came, this is what it looked like. So we've really moved forward in this archaeology here. And so I got into archaeology back in the 90s there, and it was like a awakening call for me, you know, like after, it's really hard to describe, like back then there was a lot of cultural sites were being destroyed, and when I took it back to court and from the Ure Creek roadblock there, then it's because when the judge said I didn't have any photos of pictographs that got blown up there, then that's, you know, that's the reason why I stepped forward to do this, and it's, you know, keeping me busy, and the tribe says they need 10 more people like me to get out there and do field work and record and document. And we did one archaeology dig, and the dig there, you know, like we carbon dated some what do you call, a fire pit underneath the ground. It turned out to be 2,570 years old, and that was at the Bailey Bridge. The causeway at Birkenhead there, they had to call us in to do our dig there before they were able to build the bridge. And that's the way it is nowadays. After Delgamuth came in, you know, changed everything, even forestry referrals go to the office there, and mining, IPPs, you know, everything, and then logging. And every logging block I have to go and take a look at, and now they have maps with falling points, and I have to go and, you know, go inside that block and look around, and if there's any cultural sites like a house pit. A house pit is like the old style living of our people. Yeah. And today you only could see the depressions of the house pits, and there's quite a few around the valley here. And yeah, I've been recording, documenting them. Now we're doing 3D surveying on them, and, you know, putting them on maps there, so that's pretty good. And culture modified trees is a cedar tree that our people used for the inner bark. Like this stuff here, this is the inner bark of the cedar tree. Our people took big slabs off, and they put them over the frame before they put the dirt on in the old days, and that was a lot of work, but those are rectangulars, and there's taper strips nowadays people use. And they take the inner barks, and this is some of the products that come out of it. And you can have a look later, and that's what that is. And the cedar tree is very important to us, our people. It's like we use the roots of the cedar tree, and that's what the baskets are made out of. And the color are from the wild cherry bark, and we bury this in the ground. One of the ways we make it the brown to black, to bury it for like 6 months or longer, depending. And yeah, this is one of the baskets my mom made. She finished this whole round, and I made this when I was like a little kid. I made the bottom frame there, and I was, you know, then I went to sleep, and I woke up the next morning. I was looking for what I started, and she finished it all in one night, and she kept it, and so now I got it back, and that's the story of this basket here. We have a lot of new recorded sites. You can see all. You can come take a look at the maps later, and you can see they're cluttered all over the valley there, and so, you know, there's just like tons of stuff there that we do in archaeology. And on the table there we have the whole, I have a whole bunch of stuff there. But this is the BC map there, and within our whole territory we dirted it out there, so every time we find something we make sure it's all recorded, marked down properly, and sent to the art branch. And that's one of the stuff. And I've also worked with the UBC students, and we made biracial map, and we did like this 32 maps here of the whole valley here, and tells you everything what, you know, that's happening here. And it even we even talked about the slide in here a long time ago, and this was done back in 2002. So a lot of things like stuff that I have done. I've made CDs, and, you know, with the shop table, and you know, so I've been like totally busy in the field, and that's my job, is to do the field work. And Lex Joseph, he does all the research in the office there, and I'm hardly in the office, so that's me.